better. This thing on? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another very special episode of Raynday Gaming. As you can see, I'm moving on. And I wanted to give you guys a special update in this episode about what's happening in my personal life, why my room is no longer Raynday's room as we have built it over the last 3 years, and what has happened this year, what has happened these last 2 months, and what's happening next, because that is that's a very exciting prospect for me. First of all, I want to wish everybody a really happy new year and very happy holidays. I've been very active on Twitter. I know not a lot of you guys follow me on that, but I've mentioned kind of the updates that I've had, and I've had some amazing experiences with my family, and it's been a great new year. So I'm very, very excited. But it doesn't excuse the fact that I've been gone. I've been gone for now 2 months, I believe, on the channel. And it's one of the longest hiatuses I've had, even though if you've seen what I've been doing, you know I've been very, very busy. This year started with something pretty unbelievable for me and ended with the same level of unbelievableness over the course of these last years. And to kind of break the news, I will be moving into a new home. And we are literally a day away tomorrow moving into a brand new home back in Los Angeles. I've been living in San Diego for like 3 years now. I moved in with my now fiance. In this apartment, so much of my life has changed. This is the first apartment I had after leaving Hi-Res Studios and going freelance on myself, with myself to pursue this career in gaming. This is the first apartment I've had where I was signed to Gen G. I'm coming up on my 4th year being a content creator signed with Gen G, one of the biggest and most successful orgs in the world, and a home in so many ways for me. And I love everything we've done with them. You know, 3 years since working with McDonald's, Best Buy, the Anaheim Ducks, the Los Angeles Kings, the Linksys, and the NBC and the Tokyo Olympics. You talk about JBL, you look at Twitch, you look at these huge brands. There's so many, I can't even, Burberry, I can't even explain, King's Hawaiian, so many different amazing brands and opportunities that have happened from this chair. You know, I've interviewed people who have earned hundreds of millions of dollars in the gaming space, who are leaders and thought leaders in it. I've myself grown my channel from 350,000 or to 320,000 to nearly 400,000 subscribers. But more importantly, what we've done is we've grown from 0 to 100,000+ on TikTok, and raised our Instagram up almost at 10K. Not quite there, but that's for whatever reason been the elusive number for me. You know, and we've done so many great things in terms of sponsorship work. You know, I've signed huge deals that have truly changed my life and given me an opportunity to pursue so many other things in a professional way, like being a part of the ALGS, which didn't start here, but it certainly this year was insane. You know, I went to Sweden, I went to Italy, I went to Raleigh, North Carolina. We had our first live LANs in front of crowds. We had people screaming our names walking onto the stage. I had letters from incredible families and friends who said we've experienced you in such a way that we are proud, we are inspired, and we really look up to you and what you're doing. And for me, that is the biggest resonating gift I could ever have received from the people who watch my content, the rainstorm, you, who have made every one of these dreams possible. And in fact, that is why it's been so difficult, because over these last 2 months, I have been working nonstop to the point from October to December. I did not have one free weekend without work. I worked throughout the weeks. We had shows throughout the weeks, and each weekend I had a show. I was unable to really see a lot of family and friends, but it was all worth it because of the position that I've been able to put myself in, working with LAFC, working on the World Cup. I mean, there's just so many different elements. And coming up, I'm going to London in January for our ALGS first LAN of the ALGS split in year 3. So I couldn't be happier for where I am and, you know, what this amazing place has meant to me. And I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for allowing your support to impact me in such a way. And with that, there also were some tough times. I got into a potentially fatal accident here on my electric bike in the middle of summer before I was intending to possibly ask my current fiance now to marry me at a trip that I had planned to Hawaii for 7 days with us. And it was a shock, and it was a low moment. And it was a moment where I thought, has everything that, I've worked hard for changed? Has it gone out the window? Is it over? Because my face, my teeth, it was all messed up. It's like, you don't know what's going to happen there. But we made it through, and you guys can still see a little bit of it. And, I've got some new teeth here, but we made it through in a way that to me represents what never give up, never stop gaming is all about. That is what we are born and bred from. And that's what this channel is all about. That's why everyone who's a member, who has joined, who supports, I thank you. Everyone who watches videos like this and super thanks, and or buys the merch or subscribes or likes or follows me on these platforms. Every little moment like that is a reminder of the essence of what we do, which is that in your life, you will face ups and downs, trials and tribulations. And the key is to keep going, keep having fun, and keep seeing the bright side. When you look at never give up, it's obviously that eternal idea of that you're only out when you decide you're out in life and in the things that you want. And never stop gaming is so appropriate for my business, but it's more appropriate in the game of life and the idea that you should make things a game. You should have fun with them. When you lose, there's a chance to learn. And that was a deep lesson I had to find out. And I think it changed me a lot, knowing how easily things can be taken away after being on such a high, having to push back a lot of the things I was doing with PlayStation and a lot of these things that, were just massive parts of the work I was doing this year and had planned. It all worked out. And I just have to give such a thanks to all of you and all of the people who have really supported me in recovery and who gave me that time. And it is going to be well worth it, because I think I became a better man. I think it allowed me to see what really, not that I didn't know, but it was a great reminder of what really matters. And so this apartment allowed me to experience all of that. This place here in San Diego that allowed me to be next to my parents and develop and continue developing relationships with them and my brother and sister after I had so desperately wanted to continue doing that. Living in Georgia and being away from my family, it was such a desire for me. And to be able to fulfill that, it's just a dream come true. And to get engaged here in this apartment, I got engaged in this apartment, just in the room next door. To think to come full circle and what this has done for me in terms of, just allowing me to have an expansive next step in my life, I'm just so grateful. So for all of you who have been watching and are curious now, what does that mean for me? What does it mean since the room is, now, obviously nothing's here. It means that the next chapter in Raynday Gaming is coming. And what it means is that all of these things that I've learned, it's time to put it into practice. It's time to continue the consistency while being busy. It's also time for me to reinvent a little bit of myself in the way where on the content side, you could still expect these ALGS breakdowns, these high-level Apex videos, these teaching videos, but you might also get to see the version of me that wants to speak on current topics in the world. I'm very, very motivated to start a podcast. And the reason is not because everyone's starting a podcast. It's because I have so much to say that when I make a video, it almost hurts me inside, because I know I have to keep it concise in the point where, watch time and end it here and don't say that outro. But those are things I want to say. And there's so many conversations that gaming is adjacent to in interpersonal relationships, dynamics around building businesses and self-improvement, but it's not exactly about the video game. And you guys know, if you watch me, that's what we're pretty much all about, that I'm gonna be pursuing. So stay tuned for the podcast announcement. I'm moving next to a great group of friends who are my original friends that I developed my entire life in Los Angeles. I'm going back to that area. And so I'm gonna have more friends, more family, more people in this space, my age, around and connecting on the content. So that's really exciting for me. And it also means that the stream is coming back too. And I want you guys to look out for consistent streams, whether on YouTube or on Twitch. We'll be maybe experimenting a little bit, but right now the plan is Twitch. I want you guys to look out for that too, because it's going to be fun. And I think that this is going to be a new phase for all of us to really grow. I would say my goal this year isn't 500,000 subscribers, it's 1 million. And the reason I say that is because when you think to the level of 1 million, it's so far out of what I've been doing lately that I would have to really come up with a new strategy and start thinking outside the box. And I think that's what we really need to do. Not just the consistency, but I need to think outside the box to deliver content that you guys love that is really gonna be successful on this platform, which from day one until last day will always be my number one, YouTube. I love you guys. And for those who wanna stay in touch with me, remember Twitter, Raynday Gaming, Instagram, Raynday Gaming. I'm always posting on there when I'm not able to make these videos. But for those who love connecting on YouTube, leave a thought, leave a comment. Let me know that you got this, that you heard me, that we're coming back stronger, better than ever in a new house. I'm gonna have a jacuzzi, y'all. I'm gonna have a backyard and a jacuzzi. Can I just say, it's gonna be on and popping. I'm gonna be feeling good, but I need to also let you guys know that it's gonna translate to we're getting serious over here. If we haven't been already, you're gonna see the next level of consistency, of example, of gaming, of growth, and because that's what I want to do here in this community. And I want to continue being an example in how I carry myself and what I can produce out into the world, so that people get inspired by that and they do it too. So I look forward to talking to you guys. Thank you so much. What an amazing year. What an amazing year this has been. And so here's to end this video, a couple of moments, a couple of videos, a couple of things just to remember this year, remember this transition, and then also say thank you for everything that you guys do as the Rainstorm. And I hope that I get to see you guys very, very soon. As always, never give up, never stop gaming. I'll see you next time.
What a journey to get here, man, and be a phenomenal force of energy and to win this all. How are you feeling?
That's just absolutely crazy. I think I'm about to have a heart attack, to be fair.
We've got World's Edge coming at you, the OG, ranked, and of course, competitive map for Apex Legends. It is time to turn up the heat right after this.
Okay.
He's not the king, you know, he's not the owner, but we do call him the CEO. And that is TSM Imperial How. I got to give a shout out to that team. That's my first go-to, because you know the man knows what he's doing. You know he's laser focused. Did you have fun? I mean, was it fun getting Sweet and How together? We thought, who's gonna argue, who's gonna whatever, but you guys seem to get along really well.
Me and Sweet have only played twice. This is the second time, and both times we've won. So it's kind of, yeah, it might happen again.
Uh-oh, some leaks here. Okay, pop the ult. You trying to get away? Oh, the axe is out. No, he did it! Oh my God, from downtown. This was a hard video to make. A lot of you want to know the problem with TSM FTX Imperial How, and there's really only one way to describe it. Let's just go ahead and play the clip. I was a little worried about moving here. In fact, I moved here maybe 2 years ago, and it was something that was very strange for me coming from Los Angeles, because that pace, the way people act, the way the business moves, it's all so fast. And in Encinitas and in Lucadia, it is a very slow pace of life. People are relaxing and chilling, and I didn't really understand what that felt like. But for me now, it really helps with how fast and how wild some of my days can move, talking to sponsors, talking to brands, talking to esports companies, setting up things happening in the future, and dealing with things now, and making my own content as well. To be able to take that part of my day and then end it in a way that the entire town is ending it in a relaxing setting and vibe allows me to really stay grounded into what's important, which is enjoying the life that you're living.